Hey, yo, you might see me jogging, you might see me walking, you might see me walking a dead Rottweiler dog with his head chopped off in the park with a spiked collar, hollering at him because the son of a won't quit barking. Or leaning out the window with a cocked shotgun, driving up the block in the car that they shot Pac in, looking for Big's killers, dressing ridiculous, blue and red like I don't see what the big deal is. Double barrel 12 gauge bigger than Chris Wallace. It's starved because Biggie and Pac just missed all this. Watching all these cheap imitations get rich off them and get dollars that should have been there like they switched wallets. The boy Marshall Mathers, guess who's back? Back again. Eminem, Riyadh season, Crawford my dream off. It is official. Eminem is going to be performing, it looks like, at Terence Crawford's next fight with Israel Madrimov. I want to update you guys on the card. Stay tuned to the end of this video. And this is big news. It's a card in LA, new stadium. There were some changes and they had to go back to the basics. Face it. Virgil Ortiz versus Tim Tszyu was a fight that was on here, and I was looking forward to that fight, but Tim Tszyu's doctor said he wouldn't be able to train how he normally trains because of the cut suffered on the top of his head in his last fight with Sebastian Fundora. So they had to go back to the drawing board and come with something anew. So most of the card is the same. I will give you guys the card from the top, and it reads, main event, Crawford versus Israel Madrimov. That is a title fight. Pitbull Cruz, who just beat Rolando Romero. That's another title fight. He's fighting Jose Valenzuela, aka El Rayo. Heavyweight fight, Andy Ruiz Jr. versus Big Baby Miller, Gerald Miller. And this is a late sub for, I'm assuming, Tim Tszyu, Virgil Ortiz. That fight is off, but now you have Martin Bakole, and he's fighting. He's a longtime sparring partner, and he's a pro fighter, sparring partner of Anthony Joshua, and he's fighting Jared Big Baby Anderson. So you have both big babies on the card now. David Morrell Jr., he's fighting Hot Rod, and then Andy Cruz versus Antonio Moran. August 3rd, 2024, Los Angeles BMO Stadium. And now on top of that, you have a special guest appearance from Eminem and performance. Bananas. Money talks, BS walks. This, anybody who's hating on the card is just simply put that. You're hating on the card. They got all the promoters pretty much to work together. Jared Big Baby Anderson just got added. That's a top ranked fighter. Morrell, Pitbull Cruz, and also El Rayo are PBC Premier Boxing Champs fighters. Eddie Hearn's fighter Andy Cruz. You have Bakole. He probably got a UK promoter. I don't know who he's with, but Terence Crawford, free agent, Madrimov, Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? You got a little bit of everything. So this is a great card, great lineup, and probably one of the cards of the years. You know, this and Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin, which I really like both of these cards. Let me know what you guys think of the card. Eminem added, Jared Big Baby Anderson added. I did do a video because Miller said he got a call to possibly replace his fight with Andy Ruiz to fight Big Baby versus Big Baby, but it looks like they settled on Martin Bakole. I don't know exactly what caused the change, but they were thinking of putting Deontay Wilder versus Jared Anderson on this card, but Wilder was stopped by Zelle Zhang, so he missed an opportunity to be on an impactful big card, and that's the heavyweight division. One punch can change everything, and by Wilder not coming through his fight unscathed and being stopped, it really didn't make sense to push on with Gerald Miller versus Ruiz, and then another heavyweight fight, Jared Anderson versus Wilder, with the guy coming off a recent stoppage. Plus, I mean, I don't know how it works because the fight was in Saudi Arabia, but you're usually suspended for a time after when you get stopped bad, and that's the case for Wilder. So I always knew that fight was kind of risky and iffy because it's kind of like, usually you just take your pick. Like, I remember David Avanesian, he was supposed to fight some guy, I believe in the UK, But then he got the call to fight Terence Crawford, which he probably was going to make more money, and it was going to be a bigger opportunity to fight a guy like Crawford. And he canceled his smaller UK fight because they were too close in proximity. That's what Wilder should have done. He should have picked either Zhang or picked Big Baby Anderson. And to me, I think that Jared Anderson, it would have been probably better to be on this card. This is a LA primetime card with Eminem, and Jared Anderson is a great fighter, but he's not the biggest heavyweight, and he doesn't necessarily weigh the most. But then when you got a guy like a Chinese southpaw who is pushing almost 300 pounds and outweighs you by 70 pounds, I mean, that's something different. But nonetheless, the show goes on. Turki Al-Sheikh, His Excellency Riyadh season, they came with another banger and made some adjustments. The Crawford Madrimov card kicks on. Stay tuned to the video and subscribe to my channel. I got more content. Crawford's looking in shape. I haven't really seen much from Madrimov, but I will keep you guys posted on what's going on in the sport of boxing. It is.